Welcome to the BumbleKast. I'm your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Krause.
We live! Once again, we're back, and we have many questions. We have a bit of a backlog, so we're going to try and power through it.
But if you want to continue to add to that pile, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member.
Indeed. Happy LGBTK has a question. Tails Prime joins Dr. Eggman for his evil schemes. How do they work together to create chaos for Sonic the Hedgehog and his other friends?
I'm confused by this, because who do they mean by Tails Prime?
I'm assuming 9.
Yeah, because Tails Prime would be just normal Tails.
I guess technically yes, but Tails from the Prime show, like the evil Tails.
Like 4 of them.
But the evil Tails
there's Sales and Main. I know.
Who would join the one who would join Eggman? You'd think, would he?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay.
Like, he only worked with the Chaos Council out of duress, and he only became at odds with Sonic when Sonic was like, "Hey, let's get my old world and friends back. You know, the people I care about." And 9 is like, "No, I hate everyone. My universe, be gone." So if he were to work with Eggman, it would be for his own purposes.
Yeah.
And that would, I guess, come into conflict with whatever Sonic is doing, or Sonic would want to thwart what they're doing because Eggman is inherently doing something bad. And 9's going along with it because it will benefit him somehow. And Sonic's like, "No, that is bad." And 9's like, "Screw you." And they fight.
And then they fight. Happy Times has a question. In the overpowered arc, how come Surge stopped seeing Ghost Starline after the end of issue 54? The Dynamo Cage seemed like it was still having side effects on her mentally, and there were moments where she and KITT were separated, so KITT wasn't around to help keep her grounded. Weirdly, Ghost Starline stopped appearing about the same time the covers and synopsis for number 55 started bringing him up, though I understand you didn't have control over how those were made.
That was all written by Evan Stanley, and I feel like she would be better suited to answer the thinking and process behind this particular story and moment.
Alrighty. And we got one from Hearts 13. Shadow and Rouge in Sonic Underground. Alternate Universe Season 2 of Sonic Underground is adding Shadow the Hedgehog, portrayed by Will Friedle, and Rouge the Bat, played by EARTHA KITT, to the cast. How well do the SA2 versions of Shadow and Rouge transition into Sonic Underground?
Okay, EARTHA frickin' KITT.
Yeah, I know.
Rouge.
That's a powerful voice.
It's a powerful woman. What is she doing
know.
stepping down to schlep for this?
How dare you? Rouge is...
Don't get me wrong.
Rouge deserves better.
EARTHA KITT would be an amazing Rouge. The best Rouge you can even imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't even write a script. Just let EARTHA KITT be EARTHA KITT. Make that.
Outstanding, yes.
Like, she would steal the show, and that's not even a Rouge the Bat is a thief joke. That's just fact. Someone is venerated and celebrated and skilled as EARTHA KITT doing Rouge the Bat. Good gravy.
Just let her cook.
And Will Friedle as Shadow is interesting.
That's a very interesting choice.
And it's not one I would have come up with myself, but I'm just trying to imagine because I'm not hugely familiar with everything he's done, but he has an earnestness to the deliveries that I've heard that just doesn't seem to fit the typical Shadow archetype that I'm so used to. So I would imagine to be a very different Shadow. Like, what if we had something more akin to the kind of snarkier, more playful SA2 Shadow? Like, I'm basically imagining a Terry McGinnis Shadow.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Weird, but fun.
Yeah, that would be a very different, but yeah. Being told Patrick Warburton Shadow. Oh, no, maybe. Well, maybe.
It all starts with this. The gem contained the ultimate power. I have no time to play games. Disappear. That's control. This is what you wanted, isn't it, Maria? A chance for everyone to be happy. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Thank you. Hey, Peter. speed. I can't do a Warburton. I can't do any impression, really. So I shouldn't even try. Can you look up your name on Google, Ian? You won't regret it.
I'm afraid. All right. Open tab.
Let's see. Is it still there?
FLYNN.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, Wikipedia. Ian Flint, as of April 4th, 2018, he's the lead writer of IDW's.
No. It's in the images on the top.
It's me in front of an Archie t-shirt.
Okay, try opening an incognito window so you're not logged in to Google.
All right, let's see. New incognito window.
Yeah, and then try. Yeah.
IANFLYNN. Same thing.
Same thing? Really? You don't see it? Well, this is what I see. Here, I'll screenshot it for you. I don't know why I see this. I don't know why it's a thing, but here, I'll message it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
don't know why that's part of the results.
Well, we've done one or two Sonato-focused BumbleKast Mini, so...
Yeah.
The almighty algorithm, I guess.
I guess so. Although it's weird because then you go into the post and that image isn't there. I don't understand. Yeah, it's a post on Reddit, so yeah. I don't understand where that picture's coming from, but there you go. Anyway, if you guys are curious, try it yourself. See if you get the same results. It's a result from an image from Reddit. JCR1216 has a question. Ian, who in the Sonic cast would be the most offended by me eating pasta with peanut butter and bananas, pineapple on pizza, and pancakes with ketchup?
Maybe Amy or Rouge? I think Amy would be more concerned for your well-being. Rouge would be more... Yeah, I guess maybe Rouge. She'd be the most disgusted, because do you have no taste? That's not a sense of taste, but like actual taste, class, tact, style, anything.
Yeah. Here's a question from Ko-fi supporter. Must not have wanted to put in their real name. You said that you wanted the restoration to serve as a hub, but Sonic is a character that is constantly on the move. He does not actually have a home. Why'd you add it? Please explain why a hub makes more sense for Sonic than constantly going from adventure to adventure.
They're not mutually exclusive.
It's not just a hub for Sonic.
The hub is for like characters that don't travel as much. So Sonic and those who do go travel.
Yes.
And then every now and again, they'd come back to the Restoration HQ, and it's like, hey, we've been on an adventure. And now that you have someplace more permanent, you have a context of how far they've been and how long they've been away. So there's a greater sense of having been gone somewhere instead of just, oh, we're now in a random location.
Yes.
Because we're adventuring. So he doesn't live at Restoration HQ. We've just kind of been hanging around there recently, and then he goes out and does other things. One does not stop the other from happening.
Sonic just says he doesn't have a home for tax fraud purposes. That's really what it boils down to. This one from Levi C. The Fearless Year of Shadow website implies that Sonic and All-Stars racing games are canon. On a scale of 1 to 10, how seriously should we take it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Is this just the All-Stars racing games? I'm assuming Team Sonic Racing would be considered canon enough comparatively. Yeah. But the crossover games...
I don't know. I'll have to look up like the exact wording on the website and see.
There's not really any plot in the Sonic and All-Stars racing games. There's not like a story mode, really. But Amy does have her car from All-Stars Racing. So, I don't know. It's as canon as you want it to be. Mixer17 has a question. How would you go about playing out a scenario where Eggman still genuinely cared about Belle as his daughter after going back to normal, and both kept a loving family relationship, even if they're on different sides, since obviously Belle wouldn't be evil with him? And how'd it also go if it also positively affected his relationships with Metal, Orbot, and Cubot? I'd include Sage, but she's probably not getting treated much different in this case. She's just getting a big sister, too.
Maybe it can't become 100% wholesome because they are in diametrically opposing sides here. Eggman wants to conquer the world, and she doesn't want him to. He wants to enslave or destroy her friends, and she doesn't want him to. So I imagine it would be him wishing she would come over to his side, see things his way, and actively trying to not set her on fire. Missile barrage, oops, wait. she's in the line of fire. Metal, go catch those missiles. And she, for her part, would be saying, could you please just give it a rest? You know, you're not helping anybody, least of all yourself. And you're making things awkward for me. Come home, please.
Of course, he'll
Put
be
all
like,
the other
no,
balls again.
no, I have a new daughter now.
I know. We talk on Instagram all the time. We could be a family if you just got over yourself.
All right, here's a question from Niche XCC 1900. If Sega ever decides to explore more about Vanilla, will we finally get to see Emerald again? We didn't even get to see him in Vanilla's house in Rush.
Because Emerald's dead.
It might mean Gemerald then.
Well, in that case, I wish he would show up more in game stuff, but he's around in the books.
Come on, Ian, you can do it. Do it. Night Fury Lover 31 has a question before we take a break. Since his last appearance broke my heart, let's change Shard's ending. Uncle Chuck has decided to adopt him because Shard deserves happiness. How do Sonic, Bernadette, Jules, and even Mutsky react in the new edition of the family?
See, it's funny you say Chuck, because from what I remember, Chuck was the one who was most wary of Shard.
Yeah.
Because he, tried to kill his nephew. And also because he was one of the more prominent supporting cast, and we barely got to see Jules or Bernie. If anyone, I would almost see like either maybe Bernie making the offer. She sees everything about her son in this robot and can tell that he needs love and support and direction and wholesome familyness. And Jules, for his part, is like, well, he tried to kill my boy, but he does feel bad for it. And I do know how hard it is getting by as a robot, so yeah, we'll give him a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So Chuck would be the one I would imagine is a bit of a holdout. Now, there was, from what I remember, there was an intention for an arc for him to come around and see the hero that Shard is and, actually accept him as an individual and let bygones be bygones. I don't remember how far along we were in that process back in the day. But of the three, I think he would be the one to be the holdout. And Mutsky, I don't know. Shard gives good ear scritches. He's going to be a happy puppy.
Okay, this is still Doug. Okay, well, I guess Bernie and Jules weren't around then, and Shard wasn't then. Okay, yeah, all right. And with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more on this episode of the BumbleKast. We're back, and here's a question from Onyxodon. Mimic's disguise as Duo works well. Too well. Because of Duo's convincing personality, he inadvertently becomes the object of affection for the other Diamond Cutters, Tangle, Whisper, and Lanolin. And the three girls start vying for his attention. How would they try to do this? And since Mimic dislikes being the center of attention, how uncomfortable would the situation be for him? Enter Surgeon KITT sitting on the sidelines, eating popcorn and enjoying his humiliation. I feel like they would only do this if they knew who it was.
But they do know.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, they're enjoying this.
I was going to say, they would all be doing this on purpose.
Like, KITT doesn't quite get it. It's like, why doesn't he just, like, turn into somebody else or tell them no? And so you're just like, shh. Just let the dumpster fire burn. I mean, in Whisper's case, she's not going to come forward with it. She's just going to be acting especially aloof, and that's going to make him paranoid, thinking she's figured him out.
Yeah, and she has, obviously.
Tangle is going to be upfront about it and super bubbly and kind of insistent, and he can't find enough polite ways to say no. And he thinks Lanolin's just cool with everything, except he suddenly realizes how many one-on-one post-mission briefings she's scheduling. Individual workshops.
Weird.
Times to meet at the coffee house. Okay. Nope. He sees where this is going.
And they're all just laughing.
And Serge's like, why don't you use this, like, love dodecahedron to turn them against each other and destroy the team from the inside? And he's like, because I have standards. That's trite.
It would never work anyway. All right, here's one from Opal. What would have happened with KITT if Surge had actually kicked the bucket in issue 50?
Well, you saw what happened when he thought she had. He imploded. And then he would find the next person to be codependent on, and he was already starting to latch on to Sonic. And that would eventually go sour because he would try to get rid of Tails, because there can only be one. In which case Sonic would step in and go, no, you can't do that. And that rejection would cause him to implode. And then he would just kind of bounce from person to person, whoever he could latch onto.
Yeah. Guess everyone shares custody of KITT.
God, he'd hit like rock bottom and be like with rough and tumble.
Oh no. Poor guy.
The brains of the outfit, but without the chutzpah needed to, actually lead anything. Not that he would listen to him anyway.
Boy, that's, man.
And then Tumble tries to mug him and take his water pack so he can have Tails again.
And now...
Why sell for one when you can have all of them?
And now Tumble is underwater forever. Oof. Big oof. KITT will not rhyme with him, would he?
No, he would not.
No, okay.
Until he decides to drown Tumble for trying to steal his pack and get Tails, and then he's like, you're trying to breathe. It's really a struggle. You can't escape from this big old bubble.
See what you did there. Pan Dolce has a question. Catching up with the BumbleKast, there was a question in which the Chaos Council arrived at the Sonic Boom universe, so that got me wondering, what would happen if Boom Eggman is tasked to babysit Dr. Babble, the baby, and Dr. Don't, the teen? How would that go?
Basically a Tom and Jerry episode.
Well,
imagine Boom Eggman is Tom, Don't is Jerry, and Babble is Sniffles.
Okay, yeah.
And so the two younger egg children, egglings,
we'll go with that,
are causing mayhem throughout the base, and Eggman, for all of his efforts, is trying to stop them and being foiled in hilarious and painful ways.
Is this the Tom and Jerry episode specifically where they chase the baby through the construction site?
Sure, only in the context of Babble is purposefully going into hazardous locations, baiting Eggman into trouble.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, what else would a baby Eggman do? Egg baby. Reckons has a question. Surge, totally not evil, asks the girl Sonic Cast for fashion tips. Starline didn't give her a lot of options, see? Which characters help out? Who says, heck no? How fast does Surge regret this? Does she even like their advice? Ian, do you play this for tragedy or for comedy?
Well,
why not both?
Why not both?
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I mean, Amy's going to jump at the chance. Are you kidding?
I mean, Amy is here for it. That's like literally her life. This is all she ever wanted.
I mean, Cream's too young. She doesn't know how to advise. Blaze is like, I have people who tell me what to do. I don't know. I don't care. And Rouge would be inclined to help maybe, but she, honey, you can't afford what I steal. So we're down to Amy. Amy's always going to be doing it like in a wholesome, uplifting way, and she's going to go a little too far, maybe a little too much all at once. Mm-hmm. And Surge is like, this was a mistake. Why did I think this was a good idea? No, stop, act. But that kind of drives her to the point where she lashes out because this is not who she is. Why does she even think this was the right way to go? She hates this idea. She hates herself. She hates this whole situation. And Amy realizes that this is an attempt to reinvent herself superficially, but it's still an effort, and that she may be one a little too far. And it's like, okay, you know what? Instead of what I think would look good on you, what do you want to do? What's the look you're going for? What do you want to? Do you want to go full glam? Do you want just a little touch up here and there? What is it you want to accentuate? And that kind of opens her up a bit more. And so she's like, maybe thinking like this. And he goes, okay, I have an idea. Let me show you some products. See what you think. And you ease her into that. And then Surge is, maybe a little more glamorous, a little more put together. And yeah, of course she looks good. She's the best. What are you talking about? Of course she rocks this look. It's like Amy goes, maybe I reinforced it a little too well.
Oh, well. What would happen if Tangle tried to help?
Tangle's like, wait, there's makeup?
Tingle's like,
Oh, right. That was that thing that Jewel told me about like years ago and then swore never to talk about it again.
Tingle's like, wait,
Yeah.
there's other clothes?
The only reason my Tangle follows any kind of makeup is she's just really entertained by all the pun names that nail polishes get.
All right, we'll go with that. Tingle's been wearing the same outfit for years. What are you talking about? Other clothes. Scurvy Pirate Hog has a question. One concept I find interesting are role swaps. When two characters basically swap roles within a narrative, as it can create interesting what-if stories. So, one day, as Sonic and Whisper wake up, Sonic is now the sniper with the variable Wispon and a member of the Diamond Cutters. And Whisper is the fastest thing alive, having Sonic superpowers. How did this happen? Let's say Mr. Mix-a-Spit-a-Lick from Superman did it. How would Sonic and Whisper handle this until they managed to swap back?
I feel like we've done this swap before.
I don't think this one specifically. It's not a personality swap. It's just a power swap. Just their ability. Well, their abilities, and it's a body swap more, but not a. Yeah, it's not a body swap, and it's not a personality swap.
It is a body swap because Sonic wakes up as Whisper.
No. Sonic is still Sonic. He just has he just has the role that Whisper now has. It's a career swap.
Well, it has to be a body swap because Whisper can't just swap into Sonic's role as fastest thing alive. She would have to have his abilities.
She gets them by just because she just gets them. It's an alternate universe. It's like a, she
think the parameters need to be clarified.
I'm trying to help. Yeah, Whisper has super speed and Sonic is an expert sniper. That's the only difference.
Okay.
That's the only change.
Well, all the same. I don't think Sonic would want to bother with the variable Wispon. He would be faster if he just fused with the Wisps and did what they did.
I suppose, but he can't do that.
Why not?
Only Whisper can do that because Whisper has Sonic's powers. That would be a Whisper power now.
He's going to try anyway.
Sonic 360 no-scopes them. He's a pro Fortnite gamer. Come on. You're overthinking this. You're really overthinking
me this. When?
Always.
And Whisper is, going to test the limitations of these newfound powers to the best of her ability and before actually implementing them.
Of course.
And then you're going to have one of the most terrifying high-speed ICBMs made out of flesh. Intercontinental Ballistic Mobian.
Good. Glad we're back to Mobians. Please keep that. Please don't make her an ICBN. Do not. Do not. No. Soccer Cot has a question. Rouge gets a job as a cashier at McDonald's. One day, a completely drunk Knuckles walks into the restaurant insisting that he's at Burger King and tries to order a Whooper. How would Rouge handle the situation? I'm assuming that a Soccer Cot meant to say Whopper, but Whooper is what it's spelled as. And it would be funnier that a drunk Knuckles would walk in and try to order a Whooper.
Yep. All 100% accurate.
Yes.
And this is the point where Rouge decides, you know what? She doesn't need this. She's done. She's already embezzled enough from the register that she can retire.
They don't keep that much money in the register.
She found a way, dude. Like all the registers, the safe, the
okay,
the nightly drop-off bag. She's taking it all.
Okay, good.
So
embezzled.
She gets herself a McFlurry on the way out, and she's done.
Embezzled, you say? She stole it.
The way that things are now, she's like the only actual living employee there anymore. So it leaves Knuckles to yell at the automated services.
Knuckles wants a humburger. A Whooper. Give me a Whooper. She works for Dave the intern. Oh no. Sonic Sword Fighter has a question. What would a romantic relationship between the Phantom Ruby and the Master Emerald be like, assuming both have sentience? I know the former doesn't really in canon, but let's pretend it does.
It would be awful. I mean, the Phantom Ruby is never putting forward anything with substance, and the Master Emerald's such a controller.
It would be rocky, I'll tell you what. Spoiler 1001 has a question. Given the many, many things that litter the orbit of Sonic's planet, the odd Death Egg or two, an arc, a giant dead lizard, for the sake of the joke, is there a lone astronomy scientist slowly losing their mind every time Eggman launches something up there?
Professor Pickle's collie, who's just getting grayer and grayer by the day.
Oh no.
The floor is littered with busted telescopes that he smashed out of frustration. He leaves them there as a reminder. This time, keep your temper.
Mm-hmm.
This time, just look out there, and why is there a purple and a blue moon now?
What is the significance of this?
He just finished plotting out the trajectory of the entire interstellar theme park.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind how they got up there, and now it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Let's move on. Sterling Sonic has a question. We all know that Sonic's greatest attribute is speed, and he has infinite potential. What about his ability to absorb energy? Sonic seems to have the uncanny ability to absorb different energies to augment his skills or transform. An example is how he absorbs ring energy, chaos emerald energy, the wisps, and cyberspace. What about from other universes?
I honestly don't know how much of that is him and how much of that is just gameplay. It is an interesting question, to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
One that I think might warrant some investigation, but I honestly don't know what answer to give you on this one.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's one from Switchel. It's a power scaling question. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so we know Sonic couldn't beat Goku in a fight. Presumptuous there. But there is one beloved character who made their debut in Sonic Adventure that I'm sure that even you, Ian Flynn, would agree would curb stomp Goku without even trying. Given this, we can logically deduce that the Monkey Destruction Switch, in all its Goku-slaying glory, is canonically the most powerful character in the Sonic franchise?
Potentially. However,
one
has to question if it works, whether or not they still maintain the tail.
I mean, how much monkey do you have to be destroyed by the Monkey Destruction Switch?
Like, all of Frieza's racist commentary aside, once they lose the tail, they can't transform into the Uruzu, which is where they're at their most monkeyish.
Yeah.
However, if we're going to take GT as canon, but we're not, so never mind. If the tail really does possess so much monkey essence, he may be safe.
Yeah.
Unless you randomly step on his spine in the right way and it grows back immediately, which happened like once with Gohan. I don't know.
What if it just destroyed the tails? Like, just the tails. It's the monkey tail destruction switch now, apparently.
Ooh, somehow that seems worse.
That's weirder.
God, just like, you imagine like lower back pain, but like explosively bad.
Ow. Ow.
No one deserves that fate.
Ow. Never mind.
Alternatively, you can say the monkey destruction switch already had a name. It was Piccolo.
Oh! Oh, no! Piccolo strikes again. Twilord has a question. How would Metal Sonic react to Sonic pulling a shadow and yelling at Scrapnik Mecha Sonic that he might be the real one true Sonic?
It's really impressive that she can get his eye to twitch when it doesn't actually have any way to move.
Yeah, that would be funny.
And then you'd have Metal like obsessing over Scrapnik Mecha. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say it to get under his skin, metaphorically speaking. It was funny at the time, but now he's here. I do apologize. Sincerely, honestly, I do. And Mecha's just staring at him.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, well. We got one last question. This one is from Zach D. Time for a Sonic storybook adventure, except not really. Sonic is transported into the world of Back to the Future and is put in the role of Marty McFly. How does the movie go with Sonic and Marty's place, and which of Sonic's friends represent the Back to the Future cast? Silver as Doc?
No.
No, Silver can't be Doc.
No.
Silver is more of a Marty than Sonic is, but I see why why you would put Sonic in the Marty role.
I don't.
Would it have to be Eggman or Gerald as Doc?
Maybe Gerald. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hung up on that because who is Biff?
I mean, Shadow, right?
See, Eggman is the more personally antagonistic, and he exists across time periods, so you could have, older or younger Eggman, especially if you do callbacks to the Prime versions.
Yeah.
But Shadow feels more appropriate?
Maybe.
Somehow?
Or maybe Jet.
Yeah.
Maybe Jet, yeah.
Because Shadow himself, even if it is, being recast as a character, I can't see him doing the lame jokes and failing at it. Jet, however, I totally see him saying, make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah.
That syncs up. Plus, you could have some of the Babylon Rogues fill in for his gang.
Yeah,
Not
there
necessarily
you go.
perfect one-to-one, but he does come with that posse, and Shadow does not.
Yes, there you go. People are asking, who is Sonic's mom? Oh, no. I don't know if we want to go through this, do we?
No. Because all the answers I come up with are like, don't say that out loud.
No.
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 I can totally say,
No.
No dice.
Oh, man. I mean, I guess Amy would have to be Jennifer, but then she would be, like, knocked out for most of the second and third movies.
Yeah.
And not there in the first one. God, that's one thing I don't really care for about that movie. The way they just get rid of Jennifer like that. They just write her out. It's like, what the hell? Guess I shouldn't be surprised. But still. Oh, man. So, Jet is Biff. Gerald is Doc.
Yeah, he's not eccentric enough.
I don't know.
You need that mad scientist energy, and he's, even at his most mad scientist, he was morose. I think Eggman.
Yeah.
And, just mine from the old Archie days and have Jules and Bernie come back to be Sonic's parents. We just see them as younger, nerdier versions of themselves. You get Mutsky in there for Einstein.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of who would be Tails. Maybe there is no Tails in this. I don't think there would be a DeLorean because Sonic's way faster than any DeLorean.
Sonic, I've modified this DeLorean. It's pedal powered.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Once you get this baby up to 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
Oh, man. Maybe it's
the Mr. Fusion drive, and it's like, but you can still pedal if you want to.
Yes. But of course, it's powered by time. You put the time stones in the Mr. Fusion. Because of course you do.
Well, maybe the flux capacitor is just kind of shaped like the outline of a time stone instead of just the Y shape.
There you go. The Libyans want the time stones. Oh, man. Well, on that fun note, let's go ahead and get out of here.
Thank you again to everyone who supported the show via patreon.com/BumbleKast, ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
See you later, everybody.
That's like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
You've been listening to the BumbleKast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org. I misread that as lesbians too. It's Libyans, Lybian, not Libyans. And definitely not lesbians.
I don't know. I think that would make that scene a little even more interesting.
It would be funnier. It'd be weird.
Why do they have plutonium?
Well, why not? They found me, Marty. Lesbians.